Negativity doesn't just spread, it multiplies. And if you don't reset it fast, one person's bad attitude can turn into the team's operating system. Welcome to Solving People Problems, the show where leaders come when the people part of leadership is the hardest part. I'm Brenda Neckvattle. I've spent 30 years in HR, crisis management, and handling all kinds of workplace chaos that no one ever warns you about. Now, every episode, we get straight to the point, real problems, real people, real solutions you can use today. No theory, no sugarcoating, just the tools you need to lead with authority, to protect your sanity, and to keep your team performing at its best. Behind me is my co-pilot, the director of security. You may hear him every now and again, but you may have felt it. The sighs in the room, the eyes roll when new ideas come up, and the quiet complaints that whisper just loud enough for others to hear. And at first, it's the one voice, not like that one. But then it's two. And long before, the whole team is now carrying the weight of somebody else's bad mood. Now, because negativity is contagious, it doesn't stay with the person who started it, it infects everybody that's around them. And the danger is this: when leaders don't reset it, the atmosphere shifts from possibility to poison. So here's what works. This is what I want you to say. Hey guys, listen, I'm hearing a lot of what's wrong, so let's reset. What's the one thing that we can do right now that we can turn this around and move things forward? Boom! That one line, it acknowledges the negativity without feeding it, and it interrupts the spiral and redirects it into solutions. It signals that leadership won't let complaints set the tone, because leadership isn't about denying frustration, it's about refusing to let frustration drive the culture. Now, can we agree that every time that you let negativity spread unchecked, you're not keeping the peace, you're letting poison set the pace? How many of you walked into a room that felt heavy before anyone said a word because the tone was already set by complaints? How many of you caught yourself joining in, even just a little, because it felt easier than redirecting the energy? How many of you left a meeting drained, not from the work, but from the atmosphere? Now realize this: negativity doesn't need permission, it just needs space. And silence is the space it feeds on. Because you don't build resilience by letting complaints echo, you build it by steering the conversation back to solutions. You don't create trust by ignoring toxic energy, you create it by resetting the standard in real time. And you don't protect the culture by absorbing negativity, you protect it by refusing to let it define the room. So, where in your leadership are you letting negativity write the script? Where are you tolerating complaints as normal instead of resetting them as signals? And what would change if the next time you felt the wildfire starting, you put it out with one reset that redirected the entire whole team? Because negativity spreads on autopilot, culture spreads by design. And the difference is whether you reset fast or you let the fire burn. Now, join me on October 22nd in Virginia Beach at my Leadership Unleashed live event, and we'll show you what to say, when to say it, and why it works. So, tense rooms unsettle themselves, and your team starts to move forward. It's not just another leadership event. It is the one room where you'll finally get the tools to deal with the chaos that no one ever warned you about. Employees who push back, performance that slips in, those team dynamics, you know what I'm talking about, the kind that drain the ever-living life right out of your leadership. So join me. He won't be there, and two other Navy SEALs for a full day of high-intensity reset that'll shift how you lead under pressure. Because trust, clarity, and control, those things don't happen by accident. You build them. So seats are limited. They are selling. So go to leadershipunleashedlive.com and book your spot today.